What's up, everybody? It's Bobbymoretti, man. Another nice day on the East Coast. Bobbymoretti, Surviving Sports Picks. SSP for short, to some. Just wanted to come on and give you a little update on my weekend. Had a big, huge weekend. I don't know if you've caught me on any other platforms or whatever, but I had RBC golf, golf and horses. I started horses a week ago Saturday, so it's over a week already. And so with sports being down, I'm happy I'm back on Patreon with golf and horses. And so Saturday, I had Thursday, prior to Thursday at the RBC down in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, PGA Tour. I had Webb Simpson. Tremendous odds. If anybody can go back and look at what I got Webb Simpson on, I took him the week before. I was a week early. I take three guys, laid a little money on Hovland and Matsusawa. Matsusawa didn't make the cut. Hovland made a big run. He's playing well the last two weekends. I had them both in my top three, not Matsusawa the week before, but I had Hovland and Webb. And Hovland ended up minus 16 or 14, I think he was. But you're going to hear from this kid Hovland. I told you, he's a rookie out of Oklahoma State. And he played down there with another Asian guy on the PGA Tour who's won a tournament already, and Wolf. Anybody that pays attention to golf knows probably both, but definitely Wolf. And Wolf has also won on the PGA Tour. And Hovland has won the Puerto Rican Open, which is part of the PGA. And he's going to be a good one. I think they like him. He's got charisma, and I think they like him. And you're going to hear from, keep your eye on Victor Hovland. So anyway, I had tremendous odds, one big on Webb Simpson. And as you know, golf's a needle in a haystack. And it ain't easy, but I give out, top threes. And I give top five, a winner. Top threes is included in the winner. And I give top fives and top tens. This weekend I actually gave top 15s, but you got to really stay on that stuff. There's a lot of good bets in golf. That's the one thing about it being a needle in the haystack. It's not easy, but there's a lot of tremendous high odds. And I grabbed one this weekend in Webb Simpson. So anyway, like I said, I started horses. I started horses a week ago Saturday, and I've won over 55 winners. I'm talking legit, flat out, pick the winners in 55 races, and that's not to mention places and shows. And of course, I've lost some, but we all are at a different level. We're all at a different level, and we all play, different amount of picks a day, and lay a certain amount of money on whatever we play. So I had a great weekend. I also won, and it was a big favorite. Tis the Law, Belmont. So between that and horses that I played from other tracks across the country, because I play all the, I pick my picks from all the popular tracks all over the United States, and there are all over the world. Actually, I played a race from Japan. I think I told you. About a week or so ago, there was a horse there that particular race in Japan was actually a point system that to get into entry system into the Kentucky Derby, and there was and the horse's name, the favorite, the one that's the real big time horse, like Tis the Law, was actually called Japan, and it was raced in Japan. So I played a little bit on. I played a lot of. I played a good amount of money on Japan as the big favorite, just like Tis the Law. But I also played a 12-1 odds, and so I did well with picking a 12-1 odds. I backed myself up like I talk about, and I grabbed a 12-1 odds horse in Japan, and I sold. And then in the Belmont, I also had a gut feeling about Sol Volante, and he was real disappointing. He was a finisher. He was a horse that finishes strong, and so I grabbed Sol Volante. And I think he came in dead last. I was like, man, when is this horse going to make the move? He might have been gate to gate, wire to wire in last place, but wasn't meant to be. But I actually won. I laid good money on the 4 to 5, and I hit the Belmont as well with Tis the Law, and I won Webb Simpson. And so I had a great weekend. Plus, I played other horse races, like I said, from across the country. So maybe you want to take a look at my Patreon. Guys are sending in, again, no ego. I try to give back. I've had some loyal people for a long time, and every now and again, they throw up some really nice testimonials on our Discord and on other platforms, and they're coming back, and they're winning like crazy. Some of these cats don't even know anything about horse racing. I mean, they're so loyal to me that they're tailing some of my picks. I explained to them how to go about traditionally picking horse racing and keeping it simple, because it is hard looking at it for the first time. It looks really hard, but if one was to let me reach out to them and break it down for you, it's really simple. And if anybody wants to take a look at my Patreon, you can Google Bobbymoretti. I'm sorry, that's my name, Bobbymoretti. You could Google Surviving Sports Picks, and my Patreon will come up right now. I have 4 tiers, like I've explained, but right now I only have 1 tier, and I'm giving everybody the horses, and I'm giving everybody the golf. So guys are coming back with testimonials, and they're winning. They're winning. You know, a couple of them are just. I mean, I've been winning horses like picking dandelions. It's really crazy. I'm not kidding around, and these guys will attest to it. One guy that just signed up for my Patreon last week came on and gave me a testimonial and said, I've been on Surviving Sports Picks Patreon for 45 minutes, and I've already won 2 races. So that's the truth. I don't lie. I'm not a liar. It's not in my genetics. It's not in my makeup. I'm here to help others win. It brings a smile to my face. And so if you want to get involved with the horses, a lot of guys are playing NASCAR and UCF and maybe some soccer. I just don't know the history of the leagues. My guys have, it's part of my decoding. It's part of my system and how I see the sports that I play. And I can't lead somebody down the wrong path if I don't know the history of the leagues and don't pay attention. So I would never do that. But they wanted to get me involved, and I just can't. So I think horses is just as good, if not better. I love horse racing. And if you want to jump on and get in the mix, I'm winning at a pretty good clip. We'll see how long it lasts. I'm sure I'm going to stay in the mix because I know horses too. So anyway, that's kind of the update. Check me out on Instagram, Facebook, obviously here on YouTube. The last couple days, I've gotten a handful of subscribers. Please hit the bell and share and like. Hit the bell. Subscribe. It would help me just be able to have another platform on to go live with a super chat on my phone, which I need to do with the other parts of my channel, plus my Patreon part of my channel and the interviews with the homeless and the beautiful parts of our country and being a roving reporter from the casinos and the horse track. So I can go live right now on Facebook with a super chat and Instagram, so you can catch me over there with some live stuff, and obviously I can do videos here with YouTube. Love everybody, appreciate everybody, whether you come on the Patreon or not. If you want to talk sports, you can always jump on my Instagram lives, come over and see me at Facebook, and if I get live here on YouTube, you're more than welcome in those super chats, and it's all good. So anyway, Webb Simpson, tis the law, had the Japan horse, 12-1 dog. And over in Japan last week was one of my big ones. I've won over 55 winners, not including show and places and shows, since a week ago Saturday, doing my horses. They're up on Patreon with the golf, and I'll be diving in. I've taken a quick look at the golf this weekend. It's up in Cromwell, Connecticut, outside of Hartford, and you could be rest assured that I'll be digging on that golf. And I'll be having that posted up before tee-off time on Thursday. I usually put it out on Wednesday nights. So they'll be there like clockwork, like my picks always are when sports is rolling. So again, my name is Bobbymoretti. I'm Surviving Sports Picks. SSP for short to some. And I love everybody. Peace.